咁喺上一段片咧，我哋介紹埋 Right Blood Cells 啦。咁今次咧嚟到我哋最後一個 Blood Cells 係中三會學嘅，叫做 Blood Platelet 血小板。咁血小板有啲乜嘅用咧？我諗大家都知啦，同我哋嘅結焦凝血有關係嘅。咁我哋先睇睇段片，介紹下佢點樣幫手去做個 blood clotting 先。
Do you remember tripping over as a kid and cutting your knee, and then magically the bleeding suddenly stops? Or have you ever wondered why this happens? Our body is very clever and produces substances to seal off the open wound. In this video, we are going to look at how and why blood clots. Clotting prevents us from bleeding to death, and also protects us from nasty disease-causing organisms called pathogens entering our body. When we injure ourselves, we can damage the blood vessels just below our skin. This can cause blood to either leak into our tissue and form a bruise, or if the skin is broken, to openly bleed. To prevent these horrible things happening, blood clotting occurs. So let's have a look at how this happens. Starting with platelets. These are tiny cell fragments that float around in our blood. When a blood vessel is damaged, collagen is exposed. This collagen exposure attracts platelets to the injured area. The platelets then stick together to form a plug. They've quickly built a barrier that stops us from losing too much blood. However, this platelet plug isn't that strong, so it needs to be made stronger. A protein called fibrin does exactly that. In our blood, there are soluble fibrinogen proteins. At a wound, these soluble fibrinogen proteins are exposed to outside chemicals that aren't normally found in blood vessels. Like with the collagen and platelets, this exposure causes the fibrinogen proteins to turn into sticky fibrin fibers. The fibrin fibers form a mesh, holding all the platelets together and making a much stronger clot. More platelets, red blood cells, and other components in our blood all get stuck to the mesh, making it even stronger. This clot stops more blood escaping the body, and also prevents nasty pathogens entering our body from the outside. The clot develops into a scab, which protects the wound as it heals, and new layers of skin form underneath. So really, all a scab is just platelets trapped in the fibrin mesh. It is like putting a plug in a sink. When the new skin is fully formed, the scab will fall off, revealing the lovely brand new skin underneath. A final thing to note, remember that I said the exposure to the collagen causes the platelets to stick together, and the exposure to the outside chemicals causes the fibrinogen to turn into sticky fibrin. Both the platelets and the fibrin only become sticky after the exposure. This means in a normal, healthy blood vessel, they won't randomly cause clots. So from this video, you should understand the magic of blood clotting. Platelets are first to the scene, closely followed by the fibrin fibers. Our blood clots so that we don't lose a lot of blood, and don't let lots of nasty pathogens into our body if we cut ourselves.
If you liked the video, give it a thumbs up. And
好，
don't
咁喺
forget
呢
to
一
subscribe.
段片裏面咧，我都見到啦。其實我哋個 blood platelet 有啲乜嘅用咧，就係幫我哋 involved in blood clotting。咁但係值得留意喎，唔係得佢一個負責嘅啫。你見到仲有啲 fibrinogen 啊，又或者有其他 red blood cells 咧，其實都喺嗰個 blood clot 嗰度嘅。咁所以咧，我哋記住，佢只不過其中一個重要嘅成分嚟嘅啫。咁但係啦，若果身體上面係發現咗個問題，呢個人唔夠血小板又會點樣咧？咁好明顯啦，如果佢唔夠血小板嘅話咧，佢就唔能夠做到 blood clotting。換句説話嚟講，佢好容易咧就有好多嘅血液流失，甚至乎會見到皮膚表面咧會啲紅色一點點嘅情況喺度。咁經歷過呢度啦，大家應該都知道我哋嘅血液其實可以分為 plasma 同 blood cells 兩個部分。咁經過 centrifuge 之後咧，浮喺面上面黃色嗰一浸就係 plasma， 裡面會含有一啲嘅 nutrients， 例如 glucose、fat、amino acid、vitamins 同 minerals， 亦都有啲 hormones、antibodies、protein 等等。gas 方面亦都有 carbon dioxide。咁至於我哋講 blood cells 方面咧，亦都有三大種，包括咗 red blood cells、red blood cells 同 blood platelet。咁而我哋留意到，原來呢個 plasma 佔 55%。blood cells 佔 45% 呢個比例咧係相當之重要嘅。咁而我哋見到好似中間嗰條血咁樣，如果我哋見到個 blood cells 太少嘅時候， 可能佢就係唔足夠 red blood cell 同 blood platelet， 所以佢喺 carry oxygen、凝血同 body defense 上面可能都出現問題。咁至於若果佢 plasma 太少嘅時候，好似最右手邊幅圖咁樣，咁可能出現嘅問題咧就係佢會唔夠 nutrient 等等啦。咁所以咧，我哋有時候亦都可以透過呢啲方法快速測試到知道一個人嘅健康出現咗乜嘢狀況嘅。